This is still the Polity, and we're reaching you live from the Abuja studios of Kaftan TV. Right now, we're going to be discussing the issues making the rounds of, I'm talking about issues of national interest. And joining me to do justice to some of the headlines for today is Atiku Abubakar, a public policy analyst. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for sparing out your time amidst your very busy schedule to be with us in the studio today. And without wasting much time for today, we're going to be getting started in Kano. A lot seems to be going on in Kano between the current administration and the past administration. Within the ruling party in Kano, at the moment, everything doesn't seem to be going very smoothly, because there's recently the NNPP leadership recently petitioned the presidential flag bearer at the 2023 presidential election over allegations of corruption. Can you just for an introduction, give us a brief overview of what exactly is happening in Kano State?
Thank you. I think I'm in the best position to talk about this because during the last general election, I contested for House of Representatives under the NNPP.
Okay.
And I know Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso very well, having championed his Kwankwasia movement for the students and youth wing in the entire country. So all of these allegations, to me, are true.
They are true?
They are true.
Okay.
Because I know Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso to be selfish and manipulative. So
you know Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso to be selfish
and very, very manipulative.
And very manipulative. But you were his the leader of the youth wing youth and student wing of the Kwankwasia movement. You knew Rabiu Kwankwaso was a selfish and a manipulative wing, but you championed a very, very important aspect of his political movement. Why?
I now know that he is very selfish and manipulative as a result of my very close relationship with him.
You now know. Okay, now.
As at the time I was doing it, that was the it's when you go close to people that you know them. Forget what they say on the media and everything going on. When you don't go close to people, you don't know him.
So is that to say that? But then
you don't know the person.
But then I'm just trying to build on what you said earlier. Now you said you contested for the House of Representatives under the New Nigerian People's Party.
Yes.
And you worked very closely.
Very closely.
I believe before you decided that you want to work. You want to use the NNPP as a platform to, push your political aspirations. You must have done you must have done your due diligence on the party. You must have done, your findings on the ideologies of the party, what the party believes in. The ideology should, to a very large extent, align with your own personal ideology. So I think there was a disconnect at some point here. So it's that point of disconnect that is what we are trying to analyze here now, because the NNPP is not a small party in Kano. The Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso is not a politician you can easily shove aside. So hearing this from you now leaves much to be desired. So at what point did this disconnect happen and you began to realize that this man is not whom he portrays himself to be?
In the beginning, I was very happy working closely with him because of the things he was saying. But as I moved
not closer, about the things he was doing,
not about what he's doing, what his actions are far very unworthy of a leader. He does not deserve to be given all the accolades, all the respect that is being accorded him, and that's why I pity President Tinubu the worst mistake he will make is to allow himself to be in the same political party with Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, because Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso is like, it will be like bringing in a snake into your house in the name of you having a domestic animal that you want to rear. At any point in time, the snake might bite you. It is almost certain that you will get beaten by the snake, and that is he will manipulate the numerical strength of the North against the president once he draws him closer. That was why the former president, as dumb as Muhammadu Buhari is, he never allowed Kwankwaso to come close to him, because they are from the same geopolitical zone, and he knows him very well. Very manipulative. I give you reasons, very few reasons why you and Nigerians listening to me will agree to this. Virtually all the structure of Kwankwaso movement, virtually all across the country, I set them up on the Nigerian campuses. Okay. From colleges of education, polytechnics, to universities. I set virtually all the groups up on the campuses, because as a veteran student leader, I am used to the campuses, because I once contested the highest position in the student movement as the president of the National Association of Nigerian Students. Okay. So, having done that, I was doing it with my money. I remember my late leader and mentor, Dr. Ogbonnayan Onu,
the former Minister of
Science and Technology. Because of my relationship with him, as a result of the closeness, sometimes he holds my hand. Some of these DGs, they come to give me gifts. One even gave me contract. I executed the contract. I built a house for one of the agency in Owode. I remember I was paid 18,750,000 naira. I used the money for Kwankwaso movement. After all of this, he had always praised me. But to my disbelief, even though I started having doubt in him, I will reveal some things as time goes further. But this one is personal. Usually I have this principle. Whatever I do with you, while the going is smooth, once we have misunderstanding, I don't disclose them. Okay. That is my principle.
But you are just disclosing.
Why am I disclosing this?
But you are just disclosing.
I'll tell you the reason why. I will disclose. I will continue to disclose. Okay. Because of betrayal. He has betrayed the trust. He has stabbed me at the back. I was the only person who bought nomination form for House of Rep for Ida Federal Constituency in Kogi State. As at that time, because many people in Kogi State were not interested in NNPP because they felt that the party would not go anywhere. So in Kogi State and certain states, apart from states in the northwest, where he comes from, where they believe that there might be some progress the party will record, other states, forms were being given to people free of charge, just to have candidates, just to fill in the gap. Now, I realized they were also doing same in Kogi State. I say, okay, as part of my own contribution to his party, seeing him as my leader, even though I started having doubt in him because I had withdrawn a bit, went back to him, we discussed. I bought form. The form for House of Rep, I think was 1,250,000 naira. I went to the bank from my account in Jai's Bank, transferred the money. I called Senator Hunkuyi. I'm calling personalities. I'm not just calling ordinary people on the street. Senator Hunkuyi, a former serving senator, who was National Organizing Secretary of the NNPP. He confirmed to me that nobody bought the form. So I said, okay, I was unopposed. A day to the primary, the state chairman of NNPP set up the committee that was set up. In my presence, they said, okay, this is your result sheet. Since it's going to be affirmation, you can go with the committee so that you can arrange it for it to be in conformity with the laws, the electoral law. The electoral law. So that primaries, or whether affirmation or whatever, must be done in the presence of INEC and security agencies. So the result was handed over. So it was not going to be an election. So the result was handed over to the committee, and they asked me, in short, the committee secretary will say, take your result. Okay. You are not contesting against anybody. I said, okay, no, you just hold it. Let's go. We went out together. Later in the night, the chairman called me that somebody is contesting against me. I said, what kind of talk is this? Nobody bought form because there are procedure. You have to obtain form. You have to be screened before you even go for primary election. The closing date for nomination form was over. Screening was over. Results were even handed was already with us. Only for me to discover later on when I found out that Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso sold the ticket to somebody.
Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso sold the ticket
for House of Reps.
I want to ask. You said the result was handed over to you. Does the electoral law
was handed over to the committee in my presence?
No, what you said earlier was that the result was handed over to you.
To the committee in my presence, and the secretary said, take your result to, it's a party affair.
Yes.
They take your result. I said, no, hold on, we went together because I'm unopposed. If you are unopposed, it's just for you to bring party members and then they affirm you.
Okay.
So that one has nothing to do. If it is competitive, when maybe you have 2 people or more who bought the form, then you have to go into election.
So did you register your grievances with Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso?
I will show you, including pictures that were taken by his aides while I was discussing with him. While I went to him when that this was what happened. He said, no, you were the only person who bought form. Your name is going to be sent to INEC. He was deceiving me from the beginning till the end.
So at what point did you find out now that it was Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso that sold?
Because he's the leader. Let me tell you,
ticket.
Virtually everything happening in NNPP in Kano State, even the governor does not have a say. I'm saying the state governor. Current state governor of Kano State doesn't have a say.
So are you saying what is happening are you saying it's similar to what has been alleged to be happening in Kogi State?
Well, not even alleged. What is happening in Kogi State between the runaway governor, Yahya Bello, the former governor who is hiding under the bed in Kogi government house, and the current governor, Ododo, is the same as Kano State between Abubakar Yusuf, the governor of Kano State, and Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso. It's the same thing. Even the governor doesn't even have a say. They take instruction from him completely. And that's the kind of person that he is. So they take it on the ground that I don't have money. Forgetting that for years I have been spending my own personal money for him, for his movement.
Okay.
I don't have money at the report. I didn't get the form for free. I brought out the money for form, paid. I challenged Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso and the NNPP to show the receipt of payment for nomination form for the person they gave ticket. I will present my own receipt. Let them present. They don't have. The guy did not obtain form. So let me tell you, is it allowed by the electoral law for somebody to be made candidate who did not even buy nomination form? The form was not given to only for him for his name to be sent to INEC. What the national secretary was telling that, will you go to court? I said, go to court. I said, let me tell you this. Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso cannot even. I'm telling you the reason why I'm disclosing this information now. This is my personal principle. If we are in good terms, and I know your secret, after we are no longer together, I will never disclose them. But I will continue to disclose Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso's secrets until he pays me back my money, because I sent him text messages. I spent about 3 million naira. Well, about 1,250,000 naira for the form and some other expenses, about 3 million naira. You sold the ticket to another person, return my money to me. You didn't give me a refund, then I can be patient. But you can never. I have told him, forget that it's a former minister. Be careful when fighting somebody who is ready to lose his life in the course of the fight.
Okay, then quite a lot that you have said. Let's shift our attention now to Kogi State, where you come from. Quite a lot has been happening. The last time you were with us here in the studio, you spoke volume about what is happening in Lugard House, Kogi State. And a lot has been happening also between the former governor Yahya Bello and the EFCC. A lot of Nigerians have reacted in different ways to from the siege laid at his apartment in Abuja here, to the court orders and the to the two competing court orders, talking about the court order from the Kogi State High Court and from the Federal High Court. But a lot of Nigerians now are saying that it seems that a lot of Nigerians are more, concerned about the fact that EFCC are going after the former governor rather than trying to, verify if trying to ask questions why the former governor, is not coming out. Because if the commission have said it has been alleged that you misappropriated over 80 billion naira, and you are saying I have not done anything of such, then you should be bold enough to come out and clear your name. What are your thoughts on this?
Let me say this. You see, I am not among those cowards who beat about the bush. I have maintained continuously. I told you while I was here on this program that I was going to send a clip of the interview to Yahya Bello. I sent it to him. Yahya Bello, by his action, is a criminal. He's a confirmation that he's a criminal. That
but that's either the duty to confirm anyone a criminal or not a criminal.
If it's not a criminal, why hide?
No, that duty is vested on a court of
if he's not a criminal, when you call somebody is not a criminal, when he's not, he should challenge that in the court of law so that at least he should claim damages. Yahya Bello is a criminal. I have called him murderer on different national TV stations.
But you are not
and I've sent a plea to him because he is a criminal and he's a murderer. He has refused to say anything because I have my evidences which I've also presented on different national TVs, including this one. But
do you think these evidences should be presented on national TV or before a court? Before a court.
Now that is hiding, where do you present it? He is not coming out. Where will you present it? You go to court, he's hiding in government house. The other time, the governor shamelessly brought his convoy and took him away from his Benghazi residence. How then which court will you go now? The man is hiding. We are hearing that he has disappeared outside, from even the country now. He has been hiding in government house. So how do you present it? He's a shameless criminal. Yahya Bello is a shameless criminal. Even among touts and thugs in motor parks, you have more responsible Nigerians among touts and motor parks. That's why this country should be able to withdraw national honors given to some touts and criminals like Yahya Bello. I have repeatedly said that if people like Yahya Bello are awarded some national honor, whichever, I will never accept anyone. Because I can't have a tout, a thug, a criminal like Yahya Bello. No, why is he hiding? What do you want us to do?
Comrade Atiku Abubakar, we need to put some caution on
caution. You have to say it as it is. When you have irresponsible people like Yahya Bello,
we need to put some caution on our choice of words on
which word? I do not know of any euphemism to be used for Yahya Bello.
But then you seem to have a lot of grievances against the former governor of Kogi State. I want to know, at what point did what exactly is former governor Yahya Bello's offense, to the point, like at what exactly has he done to you, or what are those his policies that you see, that you think that these policies are inhumane, and you think that these things no human being should? At what
point? During his tenure, a director in Kogi State committed suicide when his wife gave birth to twins. He was paying salary with the current governor. Local government staff were receiving as low as 700 naira as salary. These are not allegations. We have proven it. I have brought a lot. The salary received by staff to this same station, I have shown it on air. 700 naira as salary, 1,000 to level 14, sometimes receiving 7,000 naira, and then you still, some persons don't even receive at all. This is a government you are talking about. They spend money carelessly. Salaries were not being paid. People were taking their lives. They committed so many crimes that I can comfortably, conveniently say it anywhere. Anybody of us support it is an irresponsible shameless. You see what they arrange for screening of members, not only Yahya Bello. others will begin to mention them, and they were sleeping with married women for them to for their names to be on the payroll. What kind of irresponsible leaders it is? When there are other free ladies around, they were sleeping with married women. You have to, they either sleep with you or you know somebody close to them before they put your name on the payroll. Payroll in the state government, where you receive a level 14 officer receiving about 7,000 naira. This was what they were doing. Not only including the former deputy governor, who is from my own place too. They were all involved in this. This was the adject. So why won't it pay me? Let me tell you, none of my family members suffer this. But it's not when your family member. I have dedicated my life to fighting injustice and corruption. Anywhere, I don't mind. And God Almighty has been protecting me. They have nobody, there's nobody in this country, from the president to the councillor, that I have not come to criticize. I am not among those who will come and say, oh, this person is good. I don't care. This is the path I have taken. I don't want to be among some of the youths who are always aligning and praising these people so that they get something. No, I am hardworking. I have something doing to earn a living. And I am not materialistic. All
right then, because our time is fast spent, we have just 2 minutes to go. What would you say to the set of Nigerians who are castigating the EFCC for according to them for not officially sending an invite to the governor, and also during the EFCC chairman's press conference, where he said he even offered the former governor a chance to come in through his own gate at the commission's office. What are your words to the set of Nigerians that are criticizing the
those Nigerians criticizing EFCC are irresponsible Nigerians. They are irresponsible. Some are irresponsible. Some are those that have collected money from it. I believe just bribing virtually everybody. Virtually everybody. If you stage a protest, or you come to on air now to sing, if you will trust you. If he doesn't give you money, it's based or it's because he will not be able to trust. Maybe you will expose him. If not, he can give you any amount, or even give you 100 million naira for you to do all of this. He's a shameless criminal because he has so much money. Because salaries were not being paid for 8 years, and all other allocations they get from left, right, and donations to government, they siphon everything, buying houses. It's not only Yahya. Now you see somebody who was begging for 5,000 having houses in Abuja. They are virtually all of them in government. That was what they did. So that's why he's bribing people. These shameless people are coming on there, and then you say we should just keep quiet and allow irresponsible Nigerians to be. We commend the FCC, and once we stand by EFCC chairman, we continue to defend him. Let these shameless people come out. We'll come out too.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Atiku Abubakar, for your time on the program today. We really do hope, we really do wish we had more time to go further with the discussion, but I'll be hoping to have you once again before the week runs out on the program. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you.
Viewers at home, we'll take another short break now. When we come back, I'll be joined by Dr. John Uwa, and we'll be discussing updates on the Okwama killings. Don't go anywhere. The show will be back. This is still the Polity. Sincere apologies. We will not be having Dr. John Uwa to give us updates on the Okwama killings due to some technical glitch, and in that respect we're going to be continuing the conversation with Atiku Abubakar. Thank you once again for your time. If we take a look at the past 2 weeks now, if you traveling on the Nigerian roads, you'd see you see queues in virtually all of the fuel stations. What exactly is happening? This is not the renewed hope agenda that the administration has promised. Nigerians are buying from the fuel stations now. Nigerians are buying a liter around 800 naira to 1,000 naira per liter, and just as recent as May 1st Workers' Day, where the president promised a 35% upward review of salaries. What are your thoughts on this whole issues on ground right now?
Well, it's a pity that we do not behave like humans in this country.
How do you mean?
The problem is essentially in all of us. I do not see problems that are not surmountable in this country. The only challenge we have is irresponsible people in leadership position. Pardon my word, I select this word, but I don't know of any euphemism to use to describe these people. They are very irresponsible. What is there? We have crude oil.
Okay.
Refineries are not working. I have consistently asked my younger children, less than 12, if the problem of Nigeria, they seem to have the solution. Then how comes these leaders? And I have come to painfully find out that these leaders want this country to be the way it is, so that the poor can continue to worship them. Because okay, if they allow you to earn a living for yourself, you will not worship them, and they feel they are like gods that deserve to be worshipped. So they work very hard to see that nothing works.
Okay.
To see that you are impoverished in the midst of very plenty. People cannot feed. They cause insecurity on their own.
How do you mean they cause insecurity on their own?
Insecurity.
Why, when so many billions are being appropriated to fight insecurity?
Especially all the insecurity. I'm not a trained I'm not a security expert, but I can find solution to all the security problem in this country within 6 months. The Boko Haram, the banditry, all of this within 6 months. I can take care of this country, bring law and order to the country in 6 months. Because these people are the ones causing insecurity. They are the ones causing all of these challenges. It's not even difficult to solve all of these things. It's not difficult.
Okay.
I have stated the solutions to all of these things severally. When you are in a position, if I am, make me Nigeria president for 1 month, this thing will disappear nationally.
All right, Atiku, let's take a very short break now. When we come back, we'll continue on our conversation. Don't go anywhere, the show will be back. Damn, let's talk.
Emphasis has been laid on the issue of security agencies systematically interfering with justice delivery through media trial of an accused person while trial is still ongoing. A People's Democratic Party chieftain, Segun Shoumi, made this known while speaking on issues concerning the image of the country and the style adopted by the anti-corruption agency. He added that it is imperative that the law enforcement agencies cease from trial of suspects through media channels, adopt in-depth investigation, charge the accused to the court before including the media.
If anybody has committed a crime, in the most dignified and most decent manner, invite him. And do not try to tell people that you don't know where to find whom you are trying to arrest. The business of prosecuting and getting conviction is not something that you play to the gallery on. You can't do it by media trial.
Segun Shoumi, who is currently aspiring to become the national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, says the party has been losing elections for some years and it is time to go back to winning days. He laments the lack of credible ideological positions in most of the political parties in the country, adding that redefining the ideological position of the party is what is required in PDP.
I've offered myself to them to show them how to reform the party. And I am telling them that I want to chair to reform it. To be national chairman is a complex political process. There are many zones involved. Some people are saying it's their zone, but we'll keep telling them, because by telling them that we can be articulating the problems. are some solution.
While speaking on the press freedom in Nigeria, Segun Shomi admonished journalists to show courage and be interested in governance and politics of the country in order to reposition the country. From Abeokuta, Jumoke Tobi Fadile, reporting for Kaftan Television News.
While wrapping up the day, unwind with the reminiscence of the day's news from home and abroad with Kaftan TV 7 p.m. News.
Good to have you join us on Kaftan News at 7.
Nigerians are living in up to 5%. Our young people repurpose the Harmony Symphony.
It's good to have you join us on Kaftan TV News at 7.
We found that this 10 naira tax is not actually sufficient.
National foreign news headlines. Get balanced, accurate facts on the latest news in business, politics, entertainment, sports, and more. Live from our studios.
Many thanks for watching. Join us again at 9
Kaftan
p.m.
TV News. While wrapping up the day, unwind with the reminiscence of the day's news from home and abroad with Kaftan TV 7 p.m. News.
Good to have you join us on Kaftan News at 7.
Nigerians are living in up to 5%. Our young people repurpose the Harmony Symphony.
It's good to have you join us on Kaftan TV News at 7.
We found that this 10 naira tax is not actually sufficient.
National foreign news headlines. Get balanced, accurate facts on the latest news in business, politics, entertainment, sports, and more. Live from our studios.
Dr. John Uwa with me. He will be joining us virtually, and he's a social political commentator and is critic and also a writer. You're welcome to the program. You're welcome to the program, Dr. John. Can you hear me? Dr. John, can you hear me? Okay, we seem to be having some technical glitches in connecting to Dr. John. We'll just be patient while our technical people are working on it. Comrade Atiku, what will be your final words on the current fuel scarcity issue in Nigeria? And I also wanted to touch on the minimum wage being requested by the NLC, the minimum wage of 615,000 naira. As the minimum wage.
Yes, my position has always been that the president should work hard to reduce the prices of goods and commodities, not for salaries to be reviewed upward regularly. And the issue of I bought fuel in different places for 1,000 naira per liter.
Okay.
While we have refineries working, what we need is the political will to do the right thing.
Okay.
These guys who have looted so much, you can have an understanding with them, return some of this money, use whatever means you can use within the arms of the law, get some of this money, pump it, and then get the refineries working, build new ones so that we can refine products. They have only refused to do that because it is an avenue for them to loot money. That's just it. It's not that it's a difficult thing to do. It's an avenue for them to loot money. All these guys are in NNPP, the majority of them are criminals. They loot money which they don't require. Virtually all the ministry. Let's take, for example, the leadership of this country does not want the country to move forward.
Why did you say so?
Okay, I give you many, virtually every. Okay, let's just go to the aviation sector. Dr. Alan Onyema, I don't even know how he's surviving. If I did a finding that if you take, for example, 100 passengers in your aircraft, if each pays 100,000 naira, the owner of the aircraft at the end cannot get 60,000 naira per passenger if each passenger pay 100 naira, because you pay a landing fee, navigation fee, different sort of fees, and some criminals in fun again will they are just diverting all the money. You make it difficult for Nigerians to be able to help the economy. So we don't have, if you want to maybe do the sea check, the maintenance of the aircraft, you go outside the country. There's no hangar. What is this man, Festus Keyamo, doing there? He's just there maybe to enrich himself. He's not doing anything. That guy is not even fit to be Minister for Aviation. That's the kind of country we find ourselves. Virtually all the ministers are. Let me tell you, if they are not irresponsible, let them challenge me. They are irresponsible men and women there. They are just there to loot money. They are not doing anything. Why would the president even make a Festus Keyamo Minister for Aviation? What does he know? That one likes speaking English. Just take him to.
But then it was during his time that airpeace were able to make their first international flight.
Is it the minister that did it? This is the
but the CEO of airpeace, he spoke volume on the contribution of the minister in order to facilitate that.
Because maybe the minister did not give him challenge, just like others gave him. He is the one working very hard. He is only being matured because they must have frustrated him in the past. That man, okay, a man that is working very hard like that, Innocent is doing wonderfully well. Support this man. You are talking the economy is crumbling. The ways are very simple for us to improve our economy. All they do is to bring these people down, maybe because they are Igbos, I don't know. If Igbos are the only ones that will make this country to succeed, help them, let them succeed. We cannot do. Why should we continue to pull people? I hate this kind of politics that they play.
Thank you so much, Atiku Abubakar, for your very, very insightful analysis on the program today. And we draw the curtain here on the program today. Do also join us again, same time, same station tomorrow. My name is Francis Adeniyi. Bye.